Keep going. Yeah, I have an idea. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. I would like to introduce Rabbi Westreich, who will introduce a very special tradition.
So there's a noise in our tradition that is sure to get all of our attention. Rabbi Bauer, will you hold it up? It's not Rosh Hashanah yet. You're not at a Rosh Hashanah service. It's Shabbat. But the whole month of Elul, which we are currently in, we're meant to hear the blast of the shofar once a day to get us ready. To get us ready to open our hearts, to open our minds to the transformation that comes with every new year. And so it's customary to stand in place, which we're all doing, and I'm going to call the shofar blast, and our job is just to listen. And once we hear the blast of the shofar, let that pull us into the sanctuary as we begin our Shabbat service. Tekiah.
Please join us. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ay, 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 alay, 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 alay. Ay, 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 alay, alay. Ay, 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 alay, alay, alay. Ay, 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 alay, alay. Alay, 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 ay, alay, 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 alay. Ay, alay, alay, alay. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat
In the spirit of change and transition and waking up to the fact that the new year is around the corner. Another thing that's new is these prayer books. You'll see that instead of the usual blue Mishkan Tefillah that we use tonight, we're using the gold Mishkan Haleb, prayers for the month of Elul. And you'll notice that there are all sorts of new readings and poetry, all there to serve us in preparation for these holidays. So I was flipping to the candle blessing, which is on page 10. And before I call up our candlelight, I want to offer you this poem, which is new to me. I might be new to you, because it's not in our usual book. In the beginning, emptiness and chaos, a great darkness over the deep. The Spirit of God moved over the waters, explosion of light, the long chain of emerging life. Behold, it was very great. These candles were both the very first light. Out of the darkness came reason, purpose, consciousness of beauty, the power to discern and do what is right. let us hold the light in our hearts. Let us bring it with us into the darkest corners of creation. Where there is pain and fear, let us offer the light of love. Tomorrow morning, 2 young people, Noah and Jaden, will be called to Torah for the very first time as B-mitzvah. My honor now to call them along with their families up to our candle-lighting table as we light our Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
If you turn to page 20, you'll notice probably a familiar Shabbat song, Shalom Aleichem. What's new is that in the 4th stanza, where it usually says, Se'etchem l'shalom, go in peace, we replaced those words during the month of Elul with Shuvchem l'shalom, which means return to us in peace. Once again, a change in our liturgy, a change in ourselves so that we can get ready for Rosh Hashanah.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharem, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Hakadosh Baruch Hu Boachem l'shalom Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon Malachei לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד ישמענו המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם תפארת ותהילה. איי 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 לך דודי לקראת קלה. איי 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 פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה עם גאול הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תהילה. איי 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 לך דודי לקראת קלה. פני שבת נקבל לך דודי לקראת קלה. פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה. פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי יתעוררי כי באורך ומיורי אורי אורי שידברי כבוד אדוני עלייך תגלה לך דודי לקראת קלה. פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה. פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום תפעלה גם בשמחה ובצולה תוכנו עיני המסגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה איי איי לך דודי לקראת קלה. פני שבת נקבלה איי איי לך דודי לקראת קלה. פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת
Please remain standing. Everyone's going to sing that with me. Here we go. Come, come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses together. Come, come all of you, all of us, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Blessed is the blessed one, blessed is the giver of blessings, blessed is this moment now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one, giver, blessed is the giver of blessings, moments, blessed is this moment now and every one to come. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Baruchu et Adonai Hamnevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamnevorach leolam. Amen. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses.
So when everyone to first take, this is the rabbi's favorite thing to say on a Friday night, if you could scooch in to make a little more space. And once you take your scooch to the center, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes.
We're on page 31. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Page 34, you may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
36.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת. Page 77. מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו, may the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
As a congregation, we are praying for the healing of Chaya Bluma, Sam Nossiter, Alex Andrenko, Robert Osheroff, Kelly Burke, Rachel Bat Avraham, Benjamin Ben Reuven V'Miriam, Dennis Stein, Ross Davison, Rabbi Tzvi Berger, Norman Landis, Ron Issenberg, Susan Urschler, and Pamela Deichel. If there's someone else who you are praying for, either the healing of their body or the healing of their spirit, their soul, or sometimes both, if you please share that name when my hand passes over you.
Mi sheberach imotenu mikol habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn back in our prayer books to page 42, and I'd like for us all to read the English translation of the Hashkivenu prayer before we sing it. Please join with me. Bless our sleep with peace, Adonai, and awaken us to life when we rise. With power sublime, spread over us your shelter of shalom, and through your wisdom restore us, make us whole. Let your name proclaim your presence in our lives. Be our shield. Make us stronger than the enemies we face, illness and war, famine and sorrow, and stronger than the enemies in our hearts, wickedness and sin. Carry us to safety as on wings, for you are the monarch of grace, the sovereign of compassion. You are the one who cares for us and sets us free. Watch over us, we who go forth to life. Watch over us, that we may come home in peace, now until the end of time.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom, V'hamidei Shomreinu L'chayim. Fros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Fros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us a wrong from right. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Please turn in your prayer books to page 48 and rise for Hatfilah, the standing prayer.
Adonai sifatai tiftach u'lefi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov.
Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Kodnei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני העפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
I invite you to continue privately with the words in your Siddur through page 75, and when you have finished, please be seated. We're on page 70.
Shalom Ram al Yisrael Amcha Asim Leolam. Shalom Ram al Yisrael Amcha Asim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu טוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים
So it was just a few weeks ago. I think it was about a week ago maybe. I'm driving with Elisa, and we could not get off of the highway in Mill Valley because of king tides. You ever experienced that when the floods come up and they shut off the entire exit? And immediately when I saw that everything was flooded, I said, uh-oh. And she knew exactly what I was talking about. Because the king tides and those high tides, they come on the new moon. Which meant, on that moment, it was 1 month from Rosh Hashanah. And I've always thought it was incredible. It's like wherever you go, you can't get away from it. You just kind of watch the moon in the sky. It gets bigger and bigger, and then it gets darker and darker. And finally, when it's completely black again, we will be here together 3 weeks from tonight for Erev Rosh Hashanah. The rabbis, they call it in the Talmud the Jupiter Bowl. But you see, it's not just the moon that sits there and reminds you of what's coming. The rabbis also time the entire system with the Torah. That the Torah portions we read along the way, gearing up, knowing I'm only 3 weeks out, they're very intentional. And so when you get a Ki-Tzitzeh, where we are right now, you have to ask the question, why? Why this Parsha? Why is this the place in the whole Torah that we're ending up right now? Because at first glance, it is a curious Parsha. I was talking to Mark, there are a lot of laws in this Parsha. It is law after law after law. It starts off saying, if you're at war and you take a woman captive, you have to then take care of her and treat her as a human. Don't dehumanize her, humanize her. And it talks about everything you need to do for the month. And then it moves to stoning people to death. And when I read it, I would have been stoned to death a lot when I was younger. And then it gets into, if you're walking along and you see a bird guarding its eggs, what do you do with the eggs and the mother? It talks about it when you build your house, you should put a parapet on top just in case someone's on the roof so they don't fall over. There's even arguably the most obscure commandment in the entire Torah sitting in this parsha, which is shatnez. I expected there to be silence when I said that. It says clearly you're not allowed to wear wool and linen together. It's one of the first things Rabbi Larry Kushner taught me when I studied with him was shatnez. And you keep going with all of these obscure laws, and there's many, many more. And then finally you get right to the middle of Deuteronomy 23, verse 8, and something really strange happens. And it's just one line. Arguably 2 lines, but I would say 1 line. And it's a strange line that most of my life I've just skipped through and continued on with all laws that are inside of there. But when I was reading Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, instead of skipping it, he enabled me and all of us to see it. He shines his big rabbinic flashlight on this one line. But before you get to it, you have to think back to where we have been up at this point, because we're reaching the end of the Torah right now. We're a group of people We were slaves in Egypt. We were in a place where they took our babies and they murdered them. We had no freedom. And it wasn't one generation, it was generation after generation. And now we're sitting in the desert. And we've been in the desert for 40 years. And you normally would think the moment I left, the moment I crossed that Red Sea, I was in freedom. And they know that was not the case. It was a really hard 40 years. Because it turns out all of that trauma that we went through, it didn't go away. We carried it with us. We carried it right into the desert. Remember the very first thing we do when we get to Sinai and Moses is up getting the Torah? That little snafu we have? We build an idol, we build a golden calf. And then the rabbis, they argue. They go, well, how did they know about a golden calf? They learned it in Egypt. It's the Egyptians' fault. And then a group of rabbis go, it's not the Egyptians' fault, it's God's fault. That's why we did that. And they argue with each other. We get to the point that we look into the land of Israel and we say we can't go there because we don't think enough of ourselves from everything that we've been through. When we look back at the 40 years, the trauma, it didn't go away. It's something we carried with us and we struggled the entire way through the desert. Now, normally, when you go through trauma, you have two options. The first one is the most obvious one, denial. You act like the past never even happened. The only way forward is through moving forward and acting like none of that happened. I cannot talk about it. It is just way too painful. Think about how many people come out of trauma and decide they cannot talk about it. They can't even live in it. They just need to move away from it. Early after the Holocaust, no one spoke about the Holocaust. How many people who served in Vietnam still to this day will not talk about Vietnam? Now, there's another option, which is very commonly taken, is that actually I'm going to take all of that pain, all of that trauma, and I am going to thrive into the future because I am angry. When I think back to that, I feel feelings of hate. I say that I'm going to thrive in spite of, and spite is the main word, because of my enemies. We hate the Egyptians because of what they did to us. The way they killed us. They killed our babies. And then it makes it so, my anger makes it so I can do anything. Rules, morals, values, they don't matter because I am fueled by anger. And that's normally the two paths we take as humans until you get to this one verse in the Torah. Because there's actually a third option. It's written, "You shall not abhor an Edomite, for they are your kin. And you shall not abhor an Egyptian, for you are a stranger in their land." It tells you when it utzes you in here, you should love them. The Egyptians, after everything we've been through, and then you just keep going forward. And normally you wouldn't notice it, but it's a pretty radical line if you think about everything that we've been through at this point. Now, Jonathan Sacks, he points out that it's a shocking thing because Moses tells the Israelites to do the one thing which we naturally want to do. We hate the Egyptians, we hate the Germans forever, because that's the natural human response. When we look at our past and we look at the most difficult memories, we usually cling to them. And it's an instinct where when we have brought soldiers here recently, the ones that have been in war in Gaza, and they're in a room, and the way you reacted is not how they react when they hear that. There's a trauma that they carry inside of them. You see it in a dog. If a dog is abused when they're a puppy, it never goes away. They carry it with them their entire lives. But you see, Judaism, it's not about going into what our instincts are. It's about building something much bigger, something deeper, and something much more peaceful. You see, all of those obscure laws we were talking about, that's exactly what it's trying to do. It says that if you capture a woman in war, do not dehumanize her. War was dehumanizing. Stop. You have an entire month, and I'm going to give you a whole litany of things you have to do, and you're going to humanize her. We write codes into the Torah how not to become an animal, but to become even more than human. If you think about it, as humans, we are greedy. You've seen it at every dinner table when you have kids around there and they're all grabbing at the last slice of pizza because we want all of it. And then usually there's all this leftover pizza on the plate because I need to have all of it. That's our instinct. So what does the Torah do? It says, listen, you're a farmer, you have a field. You know those corners on your field? Not yours. Leave them. You don't get to touch them. That goes to the poor, and to the widow, and to the homeless. Because if you remember, do you remember where you came from? You were a slave in Egypt. You remember what that was like. Rabbi Sachs shows that Moses has a core argument. If you want to be free, you have to let go of hate. Physically escaping Egypt, it was not enough, because if the Israelites continue to be psychologically consumed by Egypt, then Egypt still controls them. They're still enslaved. And it's not that we forget. Moses, he commands us to remember. Think about the Passover Seder. There is no denial. The opening scene, you're taking the greens and putting it in salt water to remember the tears, and we talk about dead babies. We choose not to hate. We choose path 3. We choose this brand new path forward. That through memory, and then pairing that with appreciation, even for the dark, you suddenly say, oh, Passover, we celebrate freedom. That's stage 3. That's when you actually get to that point. It teaches us that we must live with the past, but not in the past. Those that are still angry and they carry it with them, they are stuck in the past. They're not actually free. Those who define themselves by their enemies, they're not free. And I know when I'm saying this, this probably sounds familiar when you think about the world that we're living in today. How many of you are hearing this right now and you're thinking about our own local politics? Our national politics? Politics in Israel? But this is about much more than just politics. Because this parsha, it didn't know about our politics. It didn't know about all the things that we're living in here today. It knew about us as humans, and it knew what our instincts would be. And tonight, when we were sitting here and we were staring down the barrel of 3 weeks until Erev Rosh Hashanah, when the moon is totally gone, Rosh Hashanah is asking us, are you in denial of your past? Are you just not thinking about the things you don't want to carry into the future? When you think about those things, when you think about the conflict in your life, does hate and darkness fill you? And if it does fill you, then you're actually living in the past and you're not living with the past. And it might be an ex that you're still angry at. That parent who never gave me what I needed. A mother whose criticism I still hear in my head every single day. A father whose approval I am still looking for. A brother or sister I just cannot forgive. A child who made choices that I resent. A friend who betrayed me. A friend who disappeared when I needed them the most. The person who bullied me as many decades ago as it was. The person who broke my heart. A family fight that happened 10 years ago, and it still grips us. An inheritance that divides a family. Still waiting for that one person from the past to finally admit that I was right. Still waiting for that apology that just never came. still having an argument in my head with someone who's not even in the room anymore. And sometimes the person that I cannot forgive, it's not my parent, it's not my sibling, it's not my former spouse or my friend. Sometimes the person I can't forgive is me. Most of the Torah is approaching the world with love because of our memory from the past. We leave the corners of those fields because of our memory of Egypt. We don't do it because we feel great. We do it because we stop a second and we actually take the darkness and the trauma that we went through and we figure out how to squeeze it and to turn that into light. Biblical ethics, according to Sachs, is a role reversal we use as memory, as a moral force. We don't live in the past. We use it not to repeat the past. And when we do that, and we make that shift from living in the past to then living with the past, suddenly the whole world shifts on how we see it. That person who hurt me, and now, instead of carrying that anger with me, I'm letting that pain teach me how I want to love. The parent who couldn't give me what I needed, but now that I'm living with it, I'm choosing to give those things to the people that I love now. Betrayal, it taught me to become someone others can trust. What a blessing it was that I was rejected and that I was treated cruelly. Because now it makes me notice that person sitting in the room in the corner, standing alone. And that mistake, I still regret. And instead of letting it define me, I'm allowing it to make me wiser and kinder and more compassionate. This is what it looks like when we learn to remember to live with the past and not in the past. That is what these last 3 final weeks are about. It's a time of checking in. It's a time of looking backwards, of slowing down, and reflecting on what we carry from the past. We think about how that past, how it affects us in the present. And at first, don't do anything about it. Just be mindful. Just slow down and just observe it. Take a look at it. Have it sit in your hand for a while and see where it came from. Once you observe it for a while, the next stage is asking, how do we move from living in the past to living with the past? What work do we need to do to heal? When we finally get to Erev Rosh Hashanah, and the Mill Valley exit's probably going to be closed again, the light of the moon is gone. It's pitch black outside. There's nothing you should be able to see with your eyes. The only thing that you're left with is what's inside of you. And the goal in all of this is that we've taken that darkness, we've squeezed it, and we have learned to live with it. And that's how you make light. Shabbat Shalom.
Page 92. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. The world is built on kindness. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Sing that with me. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Now we just take it a little higher. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Ya la la. I will build this world from love. And you must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love. Olam chesed Olam chesed
Please rise for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol, l'teked et l'yotze breshit, shelo asanu yeratzon velo zamanu gemishpachot ha'adama, shelo zamrel yinu gahem, egor aleinu yechol lehamonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachvim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo
Please be seated. Before we conclude our service, as we do every Shabbat, our thoughts turn to loved ones whom death has taken from us in recent days, and those who died at this season in years past. Our hearts open as well to the wider circles of loss in our community and wherever grief touches the human family. In particular, this Shabbat, we're remembering those in our community who have died in the last 30 days. Art Fudem, Laura Favini, Rabbi Stephen Lewis Fuchs, Samuel Silverstein, Marlene Fulmer, Dr. Daniel Newstein, Jack Smorgan, Jerry Rawson, Jane Lurie, Estelle Miriam Cohn-Saphir, Dr. Mark Mitchell, Gretchen Schenk Gardner. This Shabbat marks the yahrzeit or anniversary of death of the following individuals: Robert Bolton, Aaron Brayman, Betty Brisker, Lottie Greenfield Burstein, Barbara Jean Carter, Melvin Chalfin, Harriet Geltzeiler Chesler, Janice Cohen, Betty Louise Alter Dastile, Ruth Ephraim, Esther Gilliam, Carl Green, Dorothy Greenberg Balshon, Rabbi Hugo Grin, Michael Gut, David Heamy, Richard Hirsch, Judith Israel, Marcia Israel Curley, George L. Jacobs, Heidi Scheiman Kaufman, Boris Kapelenko, Judy Lamb, George Leader, Rebecca Leitis, David D. Lent, Marlena Schwartz Levinson, Carolyn Lisberger, Ruth Lubarski, Bernice Manchel, Iraida Markova, Lee Miller, Mark Miller, Samuel Miller, Mark M. Morris, Lawrence E. Myers, Karen Nossiter, Doris Dehovitz-Page, Abe Prensky, Samuel William Rothman, Edward R. Siegel, Mary Cohen Siegel, Norman Wallace Shanbrun, Rosa Rosenberg Sipas, Catherine Sloan, Beatrice Sloan, Ida Stone, Marion Happy Stone, Ruth Grace West, and Zarin Yechurun. If there are others you're saying Kaddish for tonight that were not on this list, I invite you to share their names out loud as my hand passes over you. With all of their names on our hearts, we say Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing. And in their names, we turn to page 86 and rise for the recitation of Kaddish Yatom. Itkadal v'itkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, B'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, B'agala v'izman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Lalmei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekud Shabrichu Le'ela Minko Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shmaya V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'imromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imru Amen.
V'imru, 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 Amen. V'imru, 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 Amen. On page 94, for our closing song, it's customary to say the Shema every night before you go to bed. And part of saying the Shema at night involves invoking the angels, that they surround you, that they protect you. And we sing this invocation together. First as an igun. Ya la 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 la. In the name of God, the God of Israel. On my right is Michael, on my left Gabriel. In front of me is Uriel, behind me Raphael, and all around surrounding us, Shekhinateh, B'Shem Adonai Elohei Yisroel, Mimini Michael, Usmoli Gabriel, Umilefanai Uriel, Ve'efonai Raphael, shoulder next to you. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. And as we keep singing, we invite our B mitzvah to the lower bima to grab the Kiddush cups.
Two announcements. First one, I'm not sure if you're aware, but we are in the presence of podcast greatness here tonight. We have the co-host of Hebrew School Dropouts. They didn't really drop out of Hebrew School. So make sure you go on Spotify and subscribe. It's Rabbi Westreich and Rabbi Rena Singer in conversation, and it's fantastic. So make sure you subscribe to that. Secondly, next week tonight, I'm not talking 3 weeks from now, I'm talking next week tonight, is Back to Shul. So make sure you are here. It's it's meant to be the kickoff of the year. Anyone you know, Jewish or Jewish, bring them, okay? And make sure when you see everyone, all the new people coming in, welcome them into the community.
We're going to turn to page 12, and Jaden and Noah will be leading us in the Shabbat Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yitzavanu mitzvotav ve'atzavanu b'shabbat kosher be'ahava u'ratzon v'yanu zikah.
Mazel tov in advance. Have a sip of that sweet Shabbat grape juice. And I want to ask you two to step in front of the Shabbat table and take hold of this challah platter.
And as they are going out, let's go halfway out, okay? And then if you could take your prayer books in one hand and squish all the way in and touch the challah, or touch someone else. Keep going, halfway out. Go, right there, perfect, stop. Now, everyone come and squish in on them. You're going to give them your blessing because tomorrow they become adults in the community. Come and squish. Now, I do want to tell you, as we're squishing in, during the week, we are talking about what's the drash going to be, what's the message going to be, and we're trying to figure out the anthem. And I think most people don't know the depth of the textual knowledge of Cantor Luck, because he quoted a sage.
It's true. I asked Rabbi Bauer to explain his sermon to me in 3 sentences, and he did. And I said, "Oh, so you're giving a Yoda sermon?"
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
And he demanded that I say that to all of you. I ruined Shabbat.
I could have saved you 20 minutes.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. אמן. שבת שלום. Hey, ya, na, 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 ya, 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 na, 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 ya. Ay, ya, 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 ya. Ay, di, di, da, 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 da. Ay, ya, 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 ya. Di, di, da, 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 da. Ay, ya, 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 ya. Ay, la, 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 la. In the name of God, the God of Israel. On my right is Michael, my left Gabriel. In the front of me is Uriel, behind me Raphael, and all around surrounding us Shekhinah.